Hey folks, this is Ted Cantu coming at you from the Online Money Machine Show, and we've got some really great news to announce. Uh, so many things are going on in the world of online marketing, and I'm really excited about it because just things are just rapidly changing so quickly. And it's been a while since our last podcast, so this will be pretty informative for you, hopefully. First up on the list, I've got some really great book recommendations. If you haven't done so already, check out this new thing from Entrepreneur Press, and it's the Information Marketing Business Step by Step Guide to Success. And it's actually written by Robert Scrobb, and he's of course worked with Dan Kennedy and all that stuff. And I don't want to plug any more Kennedy stuff in this podcast, but you know what I'm saying. He's been around, some pretty good stuff. If anything, I want to really plug the Entrepreneur uh, publishing label because I think it's a really good, not only a great magazine, but it's also a great book resource. But the step-by-step series is not bad. It's like a compilation of stuff that you should already know, or if you've had to go through the unfortunate experience, like I have, going through 400, to 800 books on various topics, from all different types of direct copywriting and direct response writing, and of course direct marketing. So that's three major areas that I survive in, and this is kind of a nice shortcut. So do check those out if you have the time. And I am an ex-art director for the mean streets of Chicago and New York City, and now I am planning my new crimes here in Detroit, Michigan. And you can always give me a call at 1-888-305-2532. I also have the number 12 podcast show, Coast to Coast, on Podomatic.com. And you can also find some of these podcasts over at iTunes. So let's get rolling here. I've got some really great news. If you've had the unfortunate experience of getting your name slandered all over the web by, generic minor characters, I can definitely help you in that arena. And of course, my nickname is The Cleaner, and I can basically repave the road online from all the slanderous, abnormalities that people do leave from time to time. And of course, in this topic, I also talk about disgruntled employees, employment agencies, legal firms, any kind of advertising agencies, any kind of corporations, and of course, I've picked up quite a few different unique accounts in that arena, because there's a lot of people out there who are saying some pretty ugly things that are always, for the most part, untrue. Of course, there's two sides to every story, but if you find yourself in the unfortunate experience of finding your company listed on multiple forum sites, or if you're the target of an investigation with faulty facts, definitely want to give us a call at 1-888-305-2532, and we will see what we can do for you. Now, we are rolling into the show. It is basically about 3 minutes in, and you got me here for about another 7 minutes. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about some of the new services that are coming out. We're talking about building some buzz for your company, and if your company has been in a situation where it's been bought out recently, or if you're basically got to start from scratch all over again. I know this is definitely the case for a lot of telecom companies. A lot of acquisitions, a lot of buyouts, and you got to basically start building buzz all over again, either on the web or offline, to get customers and build those relationships. You definitely want to find out what we can do in that arena. How would you like to get 6 out of top 10 spots in Google and beyond? I can definitely show you how to do that. And actually, we do it for you to make it a lot easier. And that is a really, really great thing. So these are some of the things that we discussed here on the show, and it's coming up on August. I think we're going to have a little thing called Buzz Academy, where I'm actually going to have people come in. I'm going to hand select who I want to teach and train, and we'll probably do that in Metro Detroit. And I will show you how to basically build popularity online, and that is always a fun thing to do. And so anyway, do keep that in mind, and in the back of your calendar, why don't you kind of jot that down, like sometime around the 15th or so. I'm going to consider putting a course together. And that's one of the great things about, living in this modern age now, is you can basically get the word out on your company and what it's all about, and what kind of audience you want to get. Specifically, who you want to sell to specifically is really, it's really key right now. So, and you can do that. You just don't have to accept the bad business that's out there, as so many other companies had to do in the past. And that is a really enlightening position to be in. So do think about that. The other thing I want to tell you really quickly is I'm a big fan of self-promotion with video and also different types of multimedia. Of course, I've been to 5 generations of multimedia, and right here I'm actually holding this brand new thing from Pure Digital. It's the FlipCam, and if you don't know this already, there's a brand new edition out. It's the HD edition, so you can actually get more clarity and more functionality out of it, and it's actually pretty cheap too. It's about $150, so you might want to go pick one of those up and start promoting more video. If you guys remember, about 10 years ago, actually about 10, 15 years ago, when AOL was just getting started, there really was no video back then. It was all just print, and now people are looking for more video, more than anything. And so it's kind of nice if you can have that sort of visual quality about your sites or about the kind of products and services that you're delivering. Because it's interesting, as we grow as a culture, we're getting more impatient, and we want to see things immediately. But video is definitely a way to get your products out there in front of people in a big hurry. So I think that's quite extraordinary. This is also the case too if you have a lot of product lines. I want you to think, if you got like 20 product lines in your category, or if you were doing an online e-commerce site, I think the traditional way of doing SEO is kind of tired and played out, because it's becoming very limited in so many different ways. And video is a really great way to become viral. Viral marketing is a really huge component to some of the advertising strategies that I really stand up for. So if you have any questions in these areas, do you want to give us a call directly at 248-631-9211, and that is 248-631-9211. And you can always find me at line at tedcantu.com. And we've got some really great new things coming your way. If you looked at the recent issue of Google, I kind of keep going back to this Google spread that was done in Wired magazine talking about the Renaissance of Detroit. I was a little confused as to why they chose this area, but it was kind of interesting what they were basically saying about it. We got some new emerging industries coming in, and of course the automotive industry has sort of resolved its differences and found some funding. So the main topic these days is actually that Detroit was a big hub for the movie industry and the entertainment industry, and so I know a lot of people are really excited about that, and of course the number of jobs that come with it. So things are really changing, and there's a whole big thing about that in what's it called, Wired, and it's basically called the new economy. So if you haven't checked that out, that is definitely it's worth looking at. And right now I am going to actually cut loose. I want to also mention really quickly that we do have a DVD that's coming out. If you have any questions about your business or how to get higher search engine rankings, you want to give us a call and check out the DVD, because it answers a lot of questions, and I think it's worth your time. So if you get a product or service, or if you get a slander on the web, you need a brand new PR makeover, give us a call at 1-888-305-2532. We are able to get press releases released into the public within 17 minutes, and I do think that's worth mentioning. So anyway, until the next time we meet, I am Ted Cantu, and I will see you online. Thanks for listening.